everybody?
Yo.
For a second, I thought you were holding up a Coors Light, and because I just saw the C in LaCroix. Stop putting it in the camera, dude. I crap it. You know what? I actually I found out something really interesting about LaCroix the other day.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Please inform me.
I was doing some research because you drink it all the time, and
Yeah.
I want to be interested in the things that you're interested in, even though
That's sweet.
a lot of them are discussed. Anyway, I found out that people that drink LaCroix actually worship Satan. Now, I don't know if you know who that is. He is the Lord of Death.
It's actually
and destruction
Satine.
and see, only someone who would worship him would know that. So,
Yeah, well, it's like right when you get your first 12 pack, they make you sign this paper, and I didn't read all the way through it, but it said something about this is it was a really good deal because it was free, but in exchange for something I can't remember. It's soul or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what.
Oh, It's like, I don't know what it was, but I felt way lighter when I left with that 12 pack.
Yeah, I left, but for some reason I was drifting away from my physical body, carrying the LaCroix. But that's whatever.
It's just weird. Sometimes I hear these screams at night, but then I just get another LaCroix and I'm fine.
I just drown it in LaCroix, honestly. But the voices come back, and
LaCroix. Oh. Anyways, guys, what the heck is up? How are you? That's good.
That's
answer.
good.
You just act like you can hear everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't talked to you in legit a week because you like to do that.
Dude, we literally have talked. We talked this week, dude. Shut up. We talked.
I just don't remember, you know?
Well, that's your freaking fault, dude. That's not mine.
It was in passing, you know?
We don't pass each other.
That's freaking right, dude. We don't, because you moved away and you left me here. All good. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Could have moved with me.
Yeah?
Anyways.
I couldn't do that.
Anyways.
Dude, I've been dying to talk to you about this because I've seen and I've heard a lot of disgusting relationships. Now, we've both been in disgusting relationships. Cringy.
Oh yeah, I've had my fair share
of
cringe, dude.
That's right, dude. You have. And
well, fair share. I don't know. I dated
you've had
3 or 4 people in high school.
Yeah, I mean, you've had relationships and they've all been cringy, and it's fine. Well, 1. I'm okay, because the other ones lasted one of them lasted 24 hours, and the other one lasted a week.
I have a super awesome track record. That's all you need to know.
Gage is impeccable at relationships.
I'm so good. I'm one of the best there is.
Gage gave advice one time to somebody because it was this guy, and he felt like that his relationship really wasn't going anywhere. So he wanted to see about spicing it up. Gage gave him advice, and the next day he was single, and he was sad, and he hasn't talked to Gage in a while. I assume.
Does he talk to you? Does he talk to you about me, or?
Sometimes I don't really say anything back because it's all threats. So.
Oh, threats to me?
About you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he it talks
what
about
kind though?
Nothing specific, just multiple ways that he would kill you. But yeah, so MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, who if nobody knows, he's a rapper, and he's previously been in a relationship with Megan Fox, who's an actress who's been in some slapper movies. I think
keyword
one of them was Transformers with Shia LaBeouf. That movie,
fire.
That movie left a big
cannot be stopped,
dude. Yeah, dude. I still have a handprint on my butt cheek from how hard that movie slapped.
Yeah, dude.
But so Machine Gun Kelly, he's dating Megan Fox, and I mean they're just gross to see. I don't know if you've seen it. I mean you're online more than I am, but I don't know if you've seen it. But they have been very cringy. They're very gothic, which is fine. Like if you do what you want to do, because if you're in a relationship, I mean people shouldn't be in it. You know, like mind your business, all good. But if you're, let's say, a rapper and an actor, just out of the blue,
Yeah, just
and people are
picking that
like
out of thin air.
following out of thin air. People are following that. Keep it here, like just bring it down a notch. So, anywho, he proposes to her, and she says, "OMG, yes." Okay,
Hmm.
and then they drank each other's blood.
What?
So they took his blood from his body. Okay, then they took her blood
Okay.
from her body,
Hmm.
and then he put her blood in his mouth, down the hatch, gulped it up, and then she did the same. Okay? Because that's holy matrimony.
They're
You
not
feel
even
me?
married yet. Dude,
Yeah,
the Bible
also,
clearly states no drinking each other's blood till marriage.
but so what I'm getting at is they've already exposed themselves as vampires. Because
Also,
no one
freaks of
else.
nature.
Yeah, dude, vampires are freaks of nature. And they're that
Yeah,
because normal
like,
people don't drink each other's blood.
they're not even trying to hide it. They're straight
No,
up
dude.
just like, it's immediately confirmed because you go, well, what makes you say they're vampires? What do vampires do? Drink blood. Oh, they drink blood. Immediately confirmed.
I wonder if, like, what if he, like, proposed and, like, what if she just fell down and, like, scraped her knee and he went into dad mode and just started, like, sucking, like, licking the blood off her
I
kneecap or whatever?
really hope that is not what you consider dad mode. I really hope that's not what you're planning on doing when you're
dude,
a
your
father.
dude, your
Dude, when
dad
you're in
doesn't
dad mode,
suck
you
the
don't even
blood
know
off
what you're
your
doing, bro. You're just going.
dude, your dad doesn't suck the blood off your knee after you scrape it? That's weird. Mine does. I'm kidding. My dad doesn't do
It's even weirder that that's present tense
that.
and not when you were a
Yeah.
child. Would have been weird then, but your dad doesn't do
No,
that.
okay.
Mine still does.
But that's not like the even the full thing of it, dude. So they drink each other's bloods vampire style, right?
Okay.
And then he got her a ring because you get her a
Engagement.
ring. Yeah. And the ring though is very specific.
Okay.
So it has
The
these
Autobot
the
symbol on it.
no, that would be cool. This is
That'd
more
be
of a
sick.
jigsaw. This is more of a jigsaw type of horror thing, okay?
Oh, okay.
So it's cut in a certain way and there's thorns kind of on it. The purpose of it, which is what he said, is that it's meant to hurt if she tries to take it off. So if she tries to take the ring off, there's physical pain because that's love. And then she described it as love is pain. So
Hmm. That's a great example for our youth.
yeah, it's a great example for me because as a man who has a relationship, I'm thinking about just stabbing my girlfriend in the
Oh
chest
my gosh.
and then just being like, "I love you so much,"
Pain. Are you in
and
pain
then
right
just
now? That's love. You
and
go,
then
you
just
go,
like
you feel that? That's love.
you remember you gave me this knife for Christmas, and I'm returning it to your heart, and just like
With
tears running down
love.
my eyes. I'm like, "I love you so much,"
Oh,
and
so
she's like,
much.
"Dude," she's just like, "Dude, what's a freak?"
Oh. You're like,
But dude,
Machine Gun Kelly told me. Megan Fox.
this is to you guys,
Oh my gosh, I love you
dude.
so much.
So that's just weird, you know? I mean,
That
everybody's got
is
their own
just
thing,
weird. Yeah.
but what I'm saying is you did that. You did that in a public setting and like or a public format. I don't know if they did it in public or not. I'd hope not, you know? But to do that is bonkers, dude.
Yeah, I wonder if on like the set of Transformers, if like if Michael Bay didn't invite her for the second one because she tried to turn him into a vampire. It's so
He's like,
stupid.
"Why are you always hanging out by my neck?" And
It's
she's
like,
just
yo, what
like,
the frick? He like
"Nothing."
wakes up. He's like napping on set, and he wakes up, and she's just like, "Hey, I had a question about the script." And he's like,
He goes,
"Frick, your mouth was open."
she goes, "Why do you have a bib on your neck?" She's like, "No, it was for the set."
Yeah, they had some snacks. I just finished eating some of those, and then he walks out, and he's like, "There's no snacks." He's like, "Where are the snacks?" And they're like, "Snacks? We didn't pay for those." He's like, "What's going on here,
And
dude?
he's
Does
like,
that mean the Machine Gun
"Why?"
Kelly is a vampire lord?"
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh my
You see how much
gosh!
leather he wears? So much leather. Of course, he's a vampire lord.
We need to end his life, dude. I mean, a lot is
Well,
at
that's the th-
stake here, dude.
yeah, a lot is at stake, including a silver stake, and it's got to go straight through his heart
Wait,
just to
no,
get him
they're
to die.
wooden. That's
But
werewolf.
oh, it's wooden. Oh, frick, dude. Maybe that's why I
Werewolf is
haven't been able
silver.
to kill him.
Oh shoot, have you been doing silver the whole time, dude?
Yeah,
He's like,
I'm not a.
he's like, what are you doing, man? He never told you?
Yeah, I mean, he bit me once, and I felt kind of funny. And honestly, I've been having a hankering for blood lately, but I think I'll be fine. I got the COVID shot, so I think I'm
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
um, I haven't, I haven't talked to your girlfriend in a minute. Is she okay, or is she?
Honestly, I haven't talked to her either. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I just went to bed last night and I haven't seen her all day. So,
Hmm.
um, another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, aside that that's being completely disgusting and just so cringy. Also, what if she was at like say like a baseball game or something, and they had to like take her through like a metal detector, and like, sorry, you can't get in, with that ring on, and then she's like, well, and she's like, I don't want to take it off because like it hurts too bad, and then they're like, well, either get it off or you just can't go in, and she's like, uh, I don't know, and then Machine Gun Kelly's like, just chop it off.
She's
She's like,
like,
what?
she's
And then
like,
he like
yeah, I
slam.
just won't go. She's like, I just won't go.
I'm gonna wait out here, and he's like, no, 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 take it off. She's like, MGK, you know that hurts really bad when I do
I love
that.
how she calls him MGK.
Yeah, what's his
MGK,
real name?
listen, isn't it
Colson.
Kelly? No, what's with the Kelly at the end, dude?
I don't know his. Oh, I think because there was an actual like like an actual gangster, like historically named Machine Gun Kelly, but his
So he
real
just
name
stole
is.
the names. It's not even creative.
That's right. Yeah.
What a freaking lame. Why do people like him?
Well, I get it. Well, okay, his name's Colson Baker. Like that's not threatening, you
Like,
know.
but you could have said like Machine Gun Baker,
I guess, but
Machine
that kind
Gun
of sounds like
Colson.
That kind of sounds like you're cooking guns, you know.
That'd be kind of. I
Hey,
mean, you could probably make a
you bake machine
solid.
gun.
You can make a solid living in like the South with that, like birthday cakes that are shaped like AR-15s or something.
Oh, dude, here in Texas they make a killing.
Yeah, that makes so much money.
Literally,
Maybe you should do that.
literally, and with money.
Yeah,
Kids just pointing their
their
fried
cake.
AKs at each other.
It's just like
um,
falling apart in their hand. Dang it.
so I know you don't follow anything that has to do with sports.
Yeah.
Because you're a six-time Olympic gold medalist. Like you've done pretty much
Yeah,
everything there is to do.
I've
It's
done my
like
time, so I just don't worry about it anymore.
I know when you were getting gold for your third time in the what was it like the gymnastics, men's gymnastics is what you
It's
were doing?
backstroke,
Backstroke.
swimming.
Yeah, I remember you were just getting really burnt out on sports. So you haven't kept up with stuff in a while.
No, yeah, dude, my
Um,
back is out and my sports knowledge is out.
yeah, yeah, understandable. I mean, thanks for serving our country through sports. By the way, that was really cool of you.
Yeah, it's like I look at myself in the mirror every day when I'd get up and I'd say, "You're brave," and then I'd get in the pool.
And then Machine Gun Kelly comes up from behind and bites you because you can't see him in mirrors. Um, so Conor McGregor, if you don't know who that is,
I know who that is.
and I'm talking to okay, I was talking to you specifically, not the audience. Um, so he made a tweet, and this is where trash talking is going. If this is where it's going, dude, I want every part of it, and I'm here for it. And you've got a fan for life.
Okay, I'm psyched.
So he made a tweet saying that Henry Cejudo who was a two-time champion in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's also an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm almost pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I think we played pool one time in the lounge during the Olympics.
Yeah, you and Henry?
Yeah,
He seems like a cool guy when he's not being super cringy.
he was bad at pool. I beat him super easily. So
Dang, dude. Backstroke?
yeah, I backstroked it pretty hard, dude.
So, okay. So Conor McGregor made a tweet about Henry, and he said that Henry Cejudo is a little fart.
That's so funny. A little fart.
So, so immediately, shots fired. And
Yeah.
by shots, I mean toots. Okay?
Toots fired.
Dude, he said you're a little fart. That means you're just a.
That is
just a quick one.
insulting.
Yeah, dude, you're not even a big one that everyone in the room's like, oh my
Dude, what the
gosh, who
frick?
did that?
You're like so
What the
significant that you could play it off and no one would know you even farted.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's a diss.
That's
okay?
a diss in my book, dude.
You didn't make any smell in the room. That's you.
Not a single smell. Only you could smell it.
You're just a little fart that the couch cushions were like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, they're
This
like,
is
did any
nothing."
air just pass through the filter of couch cushion
Yeah.
right now?
So Henry responded to it.
Okay.
And this is where I was like, I'm in, dude. I'm in this. I love it. Let's keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
So Henry responds and says, what do you know about farting? You always run out of gas.
Dude. Are they like friends
But wouldn't that-
or what?
But what? No, they're not. They were actually like just beefing for the sake of it.
That's incredible.
But okay, here's my thing. I love that, by the way. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But wouldn't he know all about farting if he ran out of gas? Because you would have
Yeah.
to run out of gas by farting.
That insinuates that your gas is going somewhere. It's going out of
So
you.
what is he insinuating that he's a fart machine and he'll never run out of toots, and that Conor McGregor is running out of toots?
Yeah, I guess he's saying that, like, he's like complimenting him. He's like, you literally fart so much you have no air left in your body cavity at all. Like your lungs farted it out too. You have nothing left
Yeah.
to fart because you farted it all in one big fart.
Dude, you want good quality, broken down fart conversation? You come to this podcast.
Dude, he complimented him with that. He didn't think that through very much.
I get what he's saying as far as how it actually is, where he's saying
Yeah.
like, you don't have any cardiac conditioning or whatever, you run out of gas, whatever. who
Yeah.
cares. But the fact is,
In context,
technically, in context, you kind of lost by
you
what he could have
lost.
said was like,
You lost immediately, and then you lost some more.
yeah. What could he have said to actually come back with it? Because like it. I mean, you're a little fart. You make no noise, if any. Nobody knows you're here. the only way that it could be worse is if like if you're a fart that's actually also a poop.
That's what I was thinking because everyone thinks
Mhm.
that you're like not a poop, and
Yeah.
then you are, and it's like it's the worst thing that can happen to a person.
Honestly though,
I'm
if
convinced.
you because your little fart is already so childish, he should have just played at his level and just been like, "Well, you're a fart with some duty in it."
Or he could have pulled,
Just
I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah. Dude, instant win.
Immediately won, dude. Dude, childish insults, man. We got the bag on that, dude.
Dude. Oh man, if yeah. But okay, the thing is though that Henry did win that exchange because Conor McGregor deleted the tweet.
Oh my gosh, dude, you
I
failed,
know.
bro. You had
I
the
know,
you had a
dude.
major dub,
Dude,
lost.
even if and I will do this for the rest of my life, dude. If other people think you lost, but you don't think you lost, keep owning that
You have to.
and convince them that you won that. Who
Even
gives
if
a
you
frick how
don't.
good it was, dude?
Yeah, even if you don't
Yeah,
convince them, as long as you're convinced, doesn't matter.
that's all you need. You just keep on fighting that fight, and you're a winner,
Fight the good
okay?
fight, and you will win.
And then stretch it out, dude. Like, keep beefing
Absolutely.
about the same thing forever until they give up.
Absolutely. Because eventually they'll run out of gas, and
Yeah.
they will just like they won't even want to argue anymore. And by that point, you've won. You might feel real bad about yourself and really prideful, but you will have won.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all there
I,
is to it.
I. That's all there is to it. How funny is that, though, man?
Dude,
A grown man being like, "Hey, you're a little fart."
dude, that
You know
is
that?
incredible. It's too bad that he wussed out, though. That sucks.
I know it. But what are you gonna do? You know? I mean, honestly, I would if I was Henry, I'd make a tweet of my own commenting him and be like, looks like someone's a fart in the wind.
Or after Conor
Because he,
McGregor deleted it, just tweet the same thing about Conor McGregor. You're a little fart. And
yeah,
it's like there's no evidence
hey,
of like
hey, you're
I said that. It's like, wow, dude, really? You're gonna come on my
when?
Twitter? Because I can literally look on your page right now and see that you never tweeted that. So,
When'd you say that?
oh, really?
Where's
Show
the
me when you said
receipts?
that. Show me when you said that.
Show me when you said that, and I'll delete this right now.
Oh, that's
And
weird.
then
You
he
can't.
just tweets it like afterwards.
You can see the
He's like,
timestamp.
"No,
He's
I did
like,
say
dang
it.
it,
Dang it, the timestamp got me."
dude. One
Dude,
time, sorry, go ahead.
no, you go.
I was gonna say that I'd sent you the picture that dude had tweeted about me on my movie Twitter. You know, I get into some beefy zones in there, and
You
people
did.
are so intense, dude. It's really entertaining for me. And so I had tweeted about the Snyder Cut to this one dude, of course, as I do. It's my life's mission. It's literally the only. It's like I'm out here fighting battles.
Yeah, Jesus has the gospel, and Gage uh has the Snyder cut.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of it, man. And so
Mm,
I tweeted at this dude about the Snyder Cut, or I quoted his tweet, and he commented back like a roast to me,
okay.
in which he took my profile picture and then photoshopped a clown mask over my face. It was really funny, and said something like, "Look at," it was literally just like, "Look at this clown." Like there was no contextualization, if that's a word. Like
Yeah.
he didn't even try. He just put a clown mask on me and said, "Look at this clown." After I just
Mm.
completely wrecked him with a tweet, um,
I didn't
and
know who it was because he said like I thought he was just like, "Hey guys, I know we're talking about this, but look at this clown." Is it?
Yeah, so he
If
did
it didn't look
that.
anything like you, it's just a clown on your body.
But then he proceeded to block me immediately after tweeting that at me. And so I could not see it. I did not see it until my friend sent me a picture of it. She said, "Did you see what he said?" And I said, "I can't see it." And she had to send me a picture, and it was freaking hilarious. So then I got on my other Twitter page and I went and found that tweet. I liked it, and I commented back. I said, "Dude, he can't see your roast if you block him before he like can read it." It's just like so stupid. I'm like, let me see it because I respect the game, dude. If you roast the frick out of me, that's hilarious. I'll retweet the crap. I would have retweeted the crap out of that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
funny.
dude, that sucks. I can't stand that. That's awful.
Yeah, it's same level
What
as
was it?
deleting
What was
the
it?
tweet. Do what?
What was it that was hilarious that you had to get on your actual page to see?
Oh, the clown thing. He put a picture. He
Oh,
put
okay,
a clown
okay.
mask on my profile picture. It was hilarious. They went
I
through
feel
so
like
much
that's all he
effort.
had.
It was hilarious.
That's just that's like all he had. He was like, I'm gonna hit this clown thing, and I gotta block him because I
Immediately,
don't have anything else in the
immediately,
tank.
he's like, I got nothing else, dude. I got no ammunition whatsoever. I got this funny
He can
clown
only
gag. I feel like he's done
he
it
can
to
only
several
edit the
people.
clown thing.
I feel like he's done it to so many people, and he just is like, that's all he's got. But as soon as I
Yeah,
saw it, the thing that echoed in my mind was, sorry, kids, but I'm going to kill a clown today.
I'm gonna kill a clown today,
That's so funny.
dude. I loved that. I don't. I hope that guy gets like a label deal, and I hope he comes out with an album because I'm listening
Has
to
to, dude. I can't even remember half the stuff he said, but he just starts talking about killing somebody
it.
super
None of it
graphically.
even. I don't think any of it rhymed either, which
None of
is
it
the cool
freaking rhymed,
thing.
dude.
But you know what? Rap that doesn't rhyme is just ahead of its time. It's something that we don't
Are
understand.
you rapping right now? You just rhymed. How are you going to rhyme when you're saying that?
Did I rhyme? I didn't
You did. You
notice.
said raps that don't rhyme are just ahead of our time. Dude, you don't even know what you got in you. Dude,
I guess I gotta go to the
are you a
studio.
rapper? Dude, you gotta get in the studio right now, dude. Drop a beat.
Well, I'm not really a beats
Drop
guy. I'm
some
more of a
bars,
bars
dude.
guy. Um,
I'll drop a beat.
you want a candy bar like a tick? What kind of candy bar you
Now
want me to drop?
drop some bars. I'll drop a beat right now.
I don't really have any. I don't have any bars. Where'd you get beats at?
All right, go, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so as far as movie news goes, I've got something that I saw today that I don't think is real, but we got to talk about it and be one of the first people to talk about it. We got the scoop. So let's talk
We got
about
the
this.
scoop.
All right, dude. So Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. Okay. So we know the multiverse is coming in hot. We've seen just a tad bit of it with Spider-Man No Way Home, seeing the Tobes and the Garfs coming back, which
Loved
I
it.
just relive it every moment of my life, and it's incredible. So
I see it in my dreams.
we got Doc Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. So we're thinking maybe there's going to be more multiverse stuff. So there's been this photo leaked of the end credits of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think it's fake myself, but it's not confirmed fake or real. And so let me just read you some of this cast, and I'll just let you. Yeah, here we go. So
This is a cast list for what?
Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, obviously, and then there's like two.
Dude, seriously, he's in there?
There's like two variants of himself called Strange Supreme and Defender Strange.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got like Elizabeth Olsen for Wanda, or Scarlet Witch, and then you see all these like characters that you know, and you're like, yeah, I know who that is. But then they've got a couple like copies. So they got Doctor Stephen Strange, played by a different guy, Peter Hooton. I don't know who that is. And then there's another Wong, played by Clyde Kusatsu. So that's like, okay, there's copies of themselves. Here's where it starts to get interesting. All right, here's where it's going to pique your interest a little bit. Matt Murdock / Daredevil Ben Affleck.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Then there's another person, Hyperion, which
Okay.
is like a Marvel hero, played by Henry Cavill.
Yep.
Reed
Okay.
Richard is, I think that's the same guy from Fantastic Four, because next is Sue Storm, Jessica Alba, and then there's Johnny Storm, Chris Evans.
Let's go. I'd love to see that.
Then Wolverine, Hugh Jackman.
The No, dude.
I said this is impossible. There's
Surely
too
not.
much going on here. Like Toby and Garfield was like already
That's
unbelievable,
max.
and now
That's
this
already
is too much, dude. So they've got, it keeps going, dude. They've got X-23 from Logan, the same girl. They've got Jean Grey, which is Sophie Turner, so it's not the one from the originals. It's the one from the newer, younger ones. So kind of lame.
okay.
But then they
Yeah.
have Magneto, Ian McKellen. Then they have Charles Xavier, Patrick Stewart. Then they also have Charles Xavier, James McAvoy, which they've already met, so it's not a big deal. They've got Jennifer Lawrence, Raven. They got Emma Frost, Nicholas Hoult for Beast, Halle Berry for Storm. They've got
You
like,
just have
yeah, they've
everybody?
got a bunch of stuff in here. They've got Evan Peters as Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, but then they also have the Quicksilver from the Marvel Universe, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Then
How are they affording this?
they're Marvel, bro. Then they've got a new Captain Marvel, which is going to be Monica Rambeau, the girl from the WandaVision show. So I think it's like a variant of that. Um, then they've got a bunch. They've got Ben Stiller's in there as some guy. I don't know who that is.
He's just in there as Ben Stiller.
Then they've got the kids from WandaVision. Um, but then they've got Tom Holland for Spider-Man. They've got Gwen Stacy, Sabrina Carpenter. I can't place that face. And then they have Spider-Gwen, Dove Cameron. Also can't place that face, but I've heard the name before. But then they've got Andrew and Toby again for Spider-Man. But then they've got another Spider-Man, Leonardo DiCaprio, playing like
Wasn't he?
an older Spider-Man.
Didn't he try out
I think
for
he did, yeah.
Spider-Man?
I think he did, so I think that's the joke. Then they've got
Dude, no, I don't believe this.
then they've got Tom Cruise as Iron Man, Tony Stark, because he was one of the front runners for that. Then they've got Hulk Edward Norton and Hulk Lou Ferrigno.
How do you fit all of those people into one movie?
How do you
though?
do that and it's not just chaos? There's no way.
Yeah, because there'd be a point where I'm just like,
Enough.
because there's a point where you're like starstruck, and you're like, oh my gosh, like that's awesome, and then there's a point you're like, okay, I'm expecting everyone,
Yeah.
and then you're just like, dude, stop. Like, how do you get that to fit with a story? That's too much.
Yeah, like if you haven't done X-Men yet and you haven't done Fantastic Four yet, then what's the point?
Yeah,
Like there's no point, because
Go
they're just going to
fix
be
it.
like, oh, there's going to be no like, oh, you're not the Fantastic Four from our universe because we don't even have one. So you're just going to go, oh, you're a
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. Cool. And then there's going to be a
Man,
Fantastic Four movie, and I'm like, what? How do you even, like, there's nothing. Why are you doing that? So I don't think it's real personally. I think it's fake as crap.
No, yeah, I do too, because like, you're
There's
telling
no
me Hugh
way.
Jackman,
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's coming back. He's not.
Well, I could see it coming back for a cameo like this, like especially after seeing Spider-Man. Like I could see him wanting to do that because of how positive the feedback was. I could see that making him go, okay, maybe I'll come back for a little short bit like that. Because it's like Tobey Maguire's older too, and I mean he's still got it, man, and Hugh Jackman's still got it. We all know it, but like an ode to the character, and like he really wrapped it up so wonderfully with Logan. So I wouldn't blame him for not, but I could see him at least coming back for a cameo like the size of what Toby did, or probably smaller, not for a super long time. But like the only way they could do that successfully, I don't even know if they could, but like none of them could be in the long-term storyline. It would just be like a montage, or like, but it
I
wouldn't.
didn't
It wouldn't
see
be cool.
Ryan Reynolds in there at all.
It wouldn't be cool as a montage though. So they would have to do like gradual. Like one group would come in, the other group would come in, and it would just be like throughout the movie. But that would still be way too much.
Hmm.
So like, I don't know, man. And like Sam Raimi's directing, and I don't know. Well, I guess he doesn't come up with a storyline. Marvel does, but like that just seems like way too much, dude.
Yeah, dude, you tell it like I was with you up to a point, and then I was like, I'm
Stop.
not with you
Like
anymore.
Fantastic
Yeah,
Four,
I'm
and then
not
after
with
that,
you.
I'm like, okay, dude, seriously.
Yeah, I just want to see the Fantastic Four be good again
I just want
because
to see the reboot, dude. That's all I want to freaking see.
yeah, that last one, dude. I have listen, man.
I'm
I'm
listening.
23.
I'm listening right now.
I've pooped a lot.
Yeah,
Okay, all of those were some were good, some were bad, some were horrifying, but none of those poops were as bad as that Fantastic Four movie
dude.
with Miles Teller. Oh my gosh,
Pour one
was
out
it
for my
bad? Michael
boy,
B.
dude.
Jordan, two great actors. There are more great actors in there, I'm sure, but those two off the top,
That movie
that
was
was
so
wretched,
bad.
dude. I thought I watched that movie and I go like this: Is leprosy back? Is leprosy coming
Is it
back?
back in cool now? Or
Yeah, because that movie was a plague to my
that
eyes.
movie haunts me on the daily.
It was, dude, and you're gonna tell me that you want Ben Affleck, who's already trying to escape the Batman role, to come back and do Daredevil, which he was absolutely hated for, rightfully so.
Well, like it would be fun though. Like I could see that being funny, because we do have like a so much better Daredevil now. And
Mm,
shout out Charlie Cox, legendary.
so good.
But like,
I didn't see John Bernthal in there. No, no Ryan
well,
Reynolds.
it's like they're in the universe. That's the point. Like they're already there, so you don't
Yeah.
need them. But the variants you could have, like the multiverse people you could have. So like it'd be kind of funny to see Ben Affleck because he's way bigger now. He's not nearly as skinny as he was. I mean, like he's kind of fit, but like when he's not filming a movie, he has to be fit, and he kind of just puts on the pounds. All
Hmm.
respect to my dude, like he's a great
Yeah.
actor. I really like him actually, and precisely in the movies that he directs. I don't really like him in most movies that he doesn't direct. Um,
Yeah.
must just be one of those things where he's really good when he knows what he's doing altogether, but when he's just acting, I'm like, Ben, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Um, did you see? Because Carol showed me this last night. I haven't watched the movie yet. That Encanto,
Oh, Encanto,
the new
yeah.
Disney film that just came out.
Hmm.
One of the songs for that movie reached 99 million views on the tube. Apparently, it's like one of their most successful songs in however freaking many years. Dude, 99 mil?
99 mil?
Yeah, dude.
That's like almost as
And
much views as we get on the podcast, dude. That's like pretty
yeah, a little
close.
less,
Yeah.
but yeah.
That's good on Disney,
And I
though. I mean,
listened
that's
to the
impressive.
song. I listened to the song, dude, and guess freaking what, dude?
What?
It wasn't that good.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, I and I mean, like I was telling her, like I think it'd be better if I watched the movie, and I
Probably.
will.
Yeah.
But like I knew the concept, what the concept was,
Hmm.
and it was a cool concept. But also, I was like, this song doesn't really slap my heart cheeks.
I'm just seeing a heart with butt cheeks now. But yeah, I don't know. Some people in my office have been raving about that movie for the past week. I have yet to watch it myself. My dad said that he cried, uh, which is kind of a big deal. I don't know if he wants me to
Greg
share that
cried.
on the podcast for everyone to hear, but um, yeah,
Hey, there's no shame in a man with all of the Infinity Stones to cry.
there's no shame in a Jedi Knight shedding a tear or two.
There's no shame in a Green Lantern elder to cry.
There's no shame in literally an eternal like shedding a tear.
Yeah, there's no shame in a demigod. I would cry.
I just said, there's no shame in a God. Just take it all the way up.
That's,
Um,
um, yeah, dude, people love that movie. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Uh, last one I saw was Luca, and you and I both really enjoyed that
dude,
one.
I fricked hard with that movie.
The end of that movie was kind of like me whenever you left.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, well, it wasn't really that way. You weren't like, oh my gosh, yeah. You just were like, this is gonna suck, but you know.
Yeah, it was a lot more like depression and a lot of just heavy drinking.
Well,
And
have you watched the short that comes after that when he's like writing to his friend? He's like, I've been working as the Fisher guy or whatever. Because you got to watch that because that's you, man. I'm doing the
dude,
telescope thing.
that's what I hate about Disney. Like, if you just stop making shorts about the thing, just have it in the movie, and then don't. And then if you want to do something else, make a second one.
But it's
I
like
don't want
it's
to have
not
to.
that much. Like you can't really do much with the story. It's like a small continuation of.
I know, but it's just like a chore. Like, it's like if you pick up your toys but not your clothes. You know, you might as well do all of it.
Hmm.
I don't want to do one and just have another. You know,
Yeah, I can respect that.
that's I hate it whenever like Toy Story did a bunch of that.
But
It's like
that's
just
like
make.
that's like a long time for a movie series to be going on, so it just makes sense to do something like a short.
I mean, you don't have to. It would also make sense not to.
But it's like it wouldn't make sense not to. It just wouldn't. I wouldn't bat an eye if they didn't. And a lot of people haven't seen it and it's been fine. But people who do love it are like, I'm gonna watch that. I watched a
Sure.
few. I thought they were pretty funny. But it's like
I
you couldn't make a
still.
whole movie out of that, you know? So it's just like, well, I'll just make a short.
You remember when the dumpling short came out
Yeah, you were like appalled
and
at that.
everyone was. I just didn't understand. I
It like
understood,
it's
but I
like
was also
critically
like,
acclaimed. It like won awards.
I was like, dang, you just ate your son. Like,
Bro, that
you
sucks,
created
dude.
a. If you haven't seen the short, it's like this woman and she makes a dumpling, and then that dumpling grows arms and legs, and it's a baby dumpling, and then it grows up, and then you see this woman taking care of this dumpling. It's her best friend as it's growing up, best besties for the resties, and then that dumpling meets a woman, and then wants to be with his woman, and then the mom's like, you can't, and he's like, actually, I'm gonna move out with this woman, so see you later, mom. And then the mom's like, I won't let you. And then the dumpling's like, get off of me, because she's grabbing his leg. And then she's like, mm-mm. And then she goes, I'll take care of that. And then she just eats him.
No hesitation.
And then and then you just and then she's crying a bunch because she just ate her
You
son.
just ate
And
her.
then
Ugh.
a human came to the house who looked just like the dumpling. And then that human was like, why do you keep trying to eat me? That never happened. But it turns out that the dumpling was just a parable for her actual son.
Yeah, it's like how she's feeling
Uh,
inside, you know?
which, when you get there, you're like, oh,
Oh.
okay, I get it now. But like before that, you were like, dude, what the frick?
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at my mom like, dude, are you gonna eat me?
Dude, mom, please, dude? I'm gonna eat
She
you
was,
before you can freaking eat me, dude.
I'm gonna deep fry you and serve you to the fam.
Oh, dude. I was thinking of something when you were telling that freaking story because it kind of made me think of clones, and I was thinking of something funny I said today, or a funny idea I came up with. Actually, two funny things. I'll give you the first one
Okay.
because
Yeah, give me the first one and then go to the second.
copy that. So, my friend Sam, we were playing a card game over the weekend, and I had, a LaCroix as I do. I had a LaCroix and just had it down next to me. I took a sip and I put it down, and he looked at it, and then he looked at me, and then he went back to the game, and he's like, I'm not going to say that. And I was like, what? He's like, I just had an intrusive thought. And I was like, and I don't really know what intrusive thoughts are at this point. Do you know what they
I
are?
don't either.
Okay. Good, because you'll
Yeah,
understand. Just
no,
like
I do.
you'll, no, because I didn't
No, I
either. So
do.
okay, well, I didn't. And so I said, "Yeah, I want to hear it." And he said, "My intrusive thought of the day was to pick up that Lacroix and chug the whole thing in front of you." And I said, "Oh, that's what an intrusive thought is?" I said, "All I have are intrusive thoughts." It's literally any thought that comes
You
into my
go,
head is like the most ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna kill someone. Like, I'm
you
gonna
go,
freaking blow up 5 nuclear reactors. Just like the most random crap. And it's just always that's the
you
only
go.
thoughts that I have.
So his thing is just to say out loud that he doesn't want to say the intrusive thought,
I guess so.
and then
And then I
I'm gonna
ask,
do
and
that.
then
I'm gonna start it like he goes. My intrusive thought was to pick up that Lacroix and drink it in front of you, and you go, "Oh, I can't say that. I had just had an intrusive thought." He goes, "What?" And you're like, you go, "I was just taking this Lacroix and beating your face in for thinking
I knew you were gonna say that. I was just beating the frick out of you, dude. But
that."
anyway, so I found out that all I have are intrusive thoughts. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah,
And
I think it's funny just to say that you don't want to say something, and then someone goes, "What?" and you go, "I just had an unwanted thought." So
dude, it reminds me how much I
okay,
freaking hate it when I
okay,
exhibit self control and I say,
okay,
I'm not going to say that. And I'm
right.
really not going to. And
Mm.
then people
You say it out
say,
loud or to yourself?
I say it out loud. I say,
Okay.
well, like I say it to myself, but out loud. I say, I'm not going to say that. And because usually, like, I have someone's attention. And so they're like waiting for me to respond or something. And I'm like, I'm not going to say that. And then they're like, what were you going to say? I hate that. Because I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, because
because I'm
you're
like,
like, well, since you changed my mind so fast.
well, I'm just like, because they like wear me down. And then I used to eventually say it because usually it's kind of funny, but like, I don't want to have said that. Or maybe it's kind of
Right.
offensive. So I'm like, I'm not going to say that. And then they like make me say it and then they shame me for it. They're
Okay.
like, oh, dude, seriously, dude? And I'm like, I wasn't going to say it.
I
So
wasn't gonna
that's
say it. You
on
brought it on
you.
yourself.
This blood on your hands, and you can't wash it off. It's crimson.
Just, just start like coming up with different, like new things to say every time. Like you're like, I'm not gonna say that. They go, no, what? Like, what were you gonna say? And you go, I'm your dad.
They're like, that's not funny. I'm like, you asked, bro. Just like the stupidest crap. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
that.
you're like,
I'm not gonna. I'm not
I
gonna say
wasn't.
that. What were you gonna say? I forgot to take the trash out before I left. It's just like the most boring crap ever. They're like, why weren't you gonna
Yeah.
say that? I'm like, it didn't really make sense to this conversation.
Just go, I, I'm not gonna say that. What were you gonna say? No, it's nothing. No, seriously, like, come on, man. You could say it. I just don't know where I put it. Put what? Put what? You know. They go,
No,
no, like
no,
what? You're like,
what?
you're like, uh, the body. I don't know where I put it, and I lost it. What body? You ask a lot of questions. You know that.
Listen, man, you're not in my brain, so I'd appreciate if you stopped asking me. What? Okay.
But if you're gonna be in there, figure out where that body is. Okay,
Tidy
I need to
up.
hide
Tidy
that.
up a little bit. I got some wild stuff going on up there. So, yeah, all I have is intrusive thoughts, but the second story was so in my house, I have a house full of guys. It's called Zion, is what the house is
And it's
titled.
called a cult. Yeah, it's a cult.
Sure.
Anyway,
So it's Zion, and
the cult of Zion.
um, actually, we usually do call ourselves a cult within the cult. We're like, we're a cult gonna overthrow
Yeah,
the cult because we're just a group of guys and we're just chaotic. We like
a
we
cult.
bonded
A
really
cult that's.
really closely over quarantine, and all the other
Mhm.
houses like they had drama and crap. Uh, and all the
Dang.
guys are just like, dude, you want to play some Mario Kart? Literally all day long. Um, so we have like a lot of terminology that we use, and one of the most common things is when guys get into a relationship when they get married and they move out of the house, we call that group of guys the fallen. So like it's just like a commonplace term, you know. And so we've had like 2 guys I think get married and move out, and then like, you know, there's a lot of guys in relationships. I think there's 2 guys that are engaged in my house right now very recently, and so they're on their way to becoming part of the fallen. So today I cannot remember for the life of me how I ended up at this stupid fictional story that I made up, but there's this guy in my house. He's lived there a lot longer than everybody else. He's been in Wyoming a lot longer than everybody else. And so that's like,
can't get married.
That's context for the story. And so I was saying that, like, I just can't remember how I ended up there, but I was saying basically that I remember how now. It doesn't make any sense, but I remember how. I was talking about, you know how we wanted to drink beer on our roof when we lived together and we couldn't because it's an apartment complex. Yep. So I was talking about drinking a soda pop on my roof this summer, and then me falling through into the attic or something. And then so I got into the attic and I was like, oh, and then immediately intrusive thought came in, and I thought, what if the dude who's been living there a lot longer than everybody else, what if he's up there and there's like just all of the fallen guys are just dead bodies in there, and he made clones of them, and so the guys who are married are just clones, and he's like, they'll never leave the house, we have to stay together forever. And I'm like, what the frick, dude? So I was just laughing about that today because I came up with that.
He's gonna hear this podcast, and then you're not gonna see him for a couple days.
He's getting rid of the bodies.
He's definitely gonna be. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that'd be funny. Guys, I gotta take a quick vacation.
You just are at my house with like all your bags. You're like, you can't tell anybody I'm here. Have you been followed? I'm like, I've lived here. No one followed me.
There's a guy, and he's got hair and a beard. Have you seen him? You're like,
I've seen a couple.
Generally, yeah. I mean, around, but I can't stay here. I can't stay here. You're like, dude, I don't even know if I'm real.
I go, hair and a beard? Start touching my own face. I'm like, yeah, I've seen him before.
I'm like,
he's following me. He's trying to kill me, man.
I'm like standing there, and I'm like, wait, how do I know that I'm not a clone? I'm like, ask me something only I would know the answer to. And you're like, if you're a clone of yourself, then wouldn't you know the answer? And I'm like, I don't know how this works.
What would you do with a clone if you had one? Like a
clone of me?
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, because it brings in all of these questions of like ethics and morality. Because like, would he have a soul?
It would think it's you, right?
Even if he doesn't have a soul, like as a Christian, I want to treat him with respect and love. But honestly, I'd probably hate another me. I'd probably literally would not be able to stand another me. I'd probably freaking hate him. And I was thinking earlier, the first thought that came to mind was I'd beat the freaking crap out of him. Like I'd just beat him up.
What did he do to you?
Well, because I feel like, because then immediately I'm like, would I have like consequences for beating up a clone of myself? Like, would I get like arrested for beating the crap out of myself?
I think it's only attempted manslaughter if you like have different social security numbers.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, he's not real, but like, and there's no such thing as clone rights yet, so I don't think I would get arrested. So you're gonna,
jump on the bandwagon early of just treating them like dirt.
But that's my thing. It's like I don't want to treat them like dirt because I'd probably there's some other clones that would be whatever. It would be weird. Like imagine the identity crisis, you know? Like I don't even know. I'm not even my own person. I'm a clone of someone else, and I don't even know it. You know, like I just have all.
I think there'd be a clone uprising, and absolutely. The clones would just want to exterminate the real ones.
Yeah. Dude, this is a great idea for a movie. Has this been done already? Yeah. This has to have been done already.
I don't know. I think it's like iRobot or something.
Well, like not androids though, like clones of people. So like they've got like the clone memories and stuff. This is a great idea. So like, yeah, they eventually learn and they're like treated like crap, because it's like you just clone yourself. I bet a lot of people would just make themselves like their own servant or something, or like do really
Yeah,
like
that's
weird crap.
yeah. I feel like it can't be that way because if you make a clone, I feel like that clone. A lot of times, I feel like it's more realistic for the clone being like thinking they're the original, and they're like, I have all these memories, all these thoughts. Like, how am I not?
Hmm.
And then you're like, because I'm standing here and you're confused. I'm the normal one. But like, also, what are you making a clone for? Because I feel like if I had a clone of me and I was telling me what to do, clone me would be like, go frick yourself.
Yeah.
No way I'm doing that. I'm not going to job. I'm not going to like your job and doing that. Like that's my sole purpose. I'm not doing that.
Also, what would
What
they
would they
would
do?
they age? Or would they just stay the same age forever? Would they live forever? That's like I'm thinking robot. Like a clone would just die
No,
like you, right? It would
I
age
think
along with you.
yeah, yeah, because it's made from your DNA and DNA ages. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, would they be the same size as you, or would they just? I think they would just be a child, right? They'd like go from baby to grown up. This is getting crazier as
Um,
we keep going.
I don't think so. No,
No?
I think that honest. If that was the thing, I feel like no one would do any kind of cloning because no one wants to raise like
Well, it's like
themselves.
I feel like there'd probably be. That's an interesting concept too, though. Like, would there be a subsect of people who like naturally raise their clones, or
I mean, it does bring a weird cult from
also
that. Yeah.
imagine people who have like maybe lost children? They would probably clone from the DNA their child, and that'd be like a whole nother like side of like adoption. Like you're actually a clone. Dude,
Dude,
okay.
what?
We're
Okay,
coming up with an awesome movie right now, right? Okay, dude. A dude, he grows up thinking he's real. He realizes, and he's like, he sees all the clone, like, just like freaking, what am I trying to say? Discrimination and oppression of the clone race. And
sure.
but then like later on, he finds out that he himself is cloned and he was like, a miscarriage or was like died out of the womb at like very soon out of the womb, and he was just cloned and then grown in a lab and then raised from there, and he figures out, I'm a clone of someone else. But like it would be
Yep.
interesting though, because what would they'd have to be called something different, because if you're cloned from that early age, you would there's no development. You would develop yourself. So like the only thing really cloned would be your DNA and like your
Yeah.
earliest thing, which like you wouldn't even have any memories there. So it's just like, what even would you be a clone of except just what they look like, So it'd be like a totally different kind of clone.
Maybe maybe skill traits.
Maybe.
Because like in Star Wars, the clones were just from one guy, and
Hmm.
they rapidly like aged from
Yeah.
like as a child up until they were an adult, and then the aging process was slower.
Well, yeah, but then he
Um,
raised one. That's Boba Fett.
yeah, he raised one. Yep,
Yeah,
he
so
kept
it's
one for
like
himself.
the idea is already kind of, but it's like we could flesh it out. That's something they haven't
Yeah, we could
fleshed
make it
out
a
in Boba
real
Fett at
drama.
all.
We could have a drama.
Dude,
So
that would be freaking a cool movie. Like if
yeah,
you really
and
did
you
it
know who?
well.
I'm sure ABC will pick it up. They'll pay for anything.
ABC, dude, I don't want a crappy ABC show. I'm talking,
I just
like
want the money. So
I want to make something. I want to make art, dude.
yeah,
Like that would be cool. I don't want to go to Warner Bros though because I freaking hate them. Also,
that
like,
you take them with the idea, and they go, "Hear me out. What if we did that, but we put Ben Affleck as Batman. We put
what about in this movie universe? We
it's an
just
alternate reality for the Snyder cut.
Yeah, so we just make the Snyder Cut real in this movie. Like people watch it just to test it out and see how it would do with audiences. Like, Mr. Bro, I think that's a stupid idea, and I think you're a
He goes,
stupid idea.
he goes. I appreciate that, and we're gonna do the movie. And you're like, what? And then they do it, and it makes so much money. And you're like,
And
what
they
the
don't give me
frick?
a cent.
Why are you people watching this?
But I don't know who I would
Dude,
go to because like so I would probably go to Sony too though because they make me mad. Maybe I'd go to some like indie studio because it's like depending on what kind of movie I made, A24 like A24 could be a good choice, but like they're typically very artsy. So I don't know if that would fit
mhm.
exactly the vibe I was going for. I was going more for like a thriller, suspense, mystery, action. But like,
I'm going to wherever Christopher Nolan is.
but also he could probably make a good one. Maybe I'll get him to
He would make a
direct.
good one.
Uh, but yeah, like, oh, man, that would be a cool movie. Like all of these concepts, I'm gonna be thinking
And then
about these for days.
what if the whole time the clone, that child clone, is like trying to find the real one, because he wants to understand like his purpose and like why the clones were made and stuff like that, and he has this like strange like emptiness because he's trying to find something but he doesn't know what, and so he has to find the real clone, and then he ends up finding the real clone as a very old man on his deathbed, because I mean he's a child clone. So
Hmm.
um and then what would it be like, what would be the reason for clones, unless there was like unless the human race itself was going extinct, right? And the reproduction of people just wasn't like it is today. Like maybe the human race is going extinct, and um, matches for children and stuff like wasn't going on. Like what if there was some kind of disease going on that
Mm.
started it? There's so many
Like a
different things that you could
deterioration of
do with that.
clones, like a specific disease to clones.
I was thinking to real people, which is
Oh,
the reason why they needed clones.
yeah, like to continue their life. But like they'd
Yeah.
have to like keep their DNA from a certain point and then,
Hmm.
like start from there. But it's like it wouldn't even be them because they wouldn't transfer consciousness because that would just be lame because they would die. They would still just die. But like then somebody
Yeah.
else them would take over, but with like without all the knowledge and stuff. But it's
Hmm.
like I would also another idea would be like a clone. So like it could be sort of like surrogate mother type deal, but someone could just
Hmm.
like have someone they really really like, and they're like, hey, would you let me raise a clone of you? Because like I really like you as a person, so like I would like to raise you as a kid. It's kind of funny and weird to think about. Uh,
Yeah.
but like imagine the clone growing up, finding out that he's a clone of somebody, because they'd have to like cut that person out. Like they would have to
Right.
just that would just be like weird identity stuff. Um, Also, just weird in general, but I could see that happening in a real world setting of this. And so, like him growing up and then saying like, "Hey, actually, like you're." It'd be like the adoption conversation, but like you're a clone. And then instead of going to find his real parents, he would go to find his original self. And yeah, then
Hmm.
his original self would be super old.
Yep.
And he would just be like a kid version, and he'd be like, "It's like looking in a mirror 50 years ago." And then
Yeah, it could be like
and
that.
he'd be like, "Who am I?" He'd be like, "You're not me. You're your own person. You've got your
You
own
should play that
name."
role.
The old guy,
Yeah, you should play the old guy.
he'd be like, because he'd find out his like clone, his like real self's name and start like going by that, and then he'd meet the old guy, and he'd be like in a retirement home with, oh, dude, that would be wild. So he goes to find the old guy to like figure out who the frick he is because he doesn't have any of the memories this dude has since he was raised rather than in a tank. Um, so he goes to find the old dude and he finds him in like a retirement home, and I can just see the shot already coming in, and the old guy's like sitting in a wheelchair, like staring out the window. It's a really pretty frame. You can see the particles in the air. It's like golden hour. And he walks up to the dude and he's like talking to him, and he's like, I'm I'm like the clone. Like you remember that? And he'd be like, I feel like I remember something like that. But basically, this guy spends the whole movie trying to find him, and this guy has amnesia. He has
Mhm.
Not amnesia. He has Alzheimer's. He has
That gets
Alzheimer's.
you, man.
He has
Alzheimer's gets you, dude.
Alzheimer's, and so then it's like that's the big like twist is like he doesn't remember who he is, so he can't tell this guy who he is. But then that would be
Right.
like the lesson from the movie is like no one can tell you who you are. You choose who you get to be. And then like the old
Hmm.
man could probably say something like that, like, I don't remember much of my life, but what I do remember is the choice to live it well. Something like that. Uh
And then he's like the it's like a real touching moment, and the kid's like, "Thanks, Mister," and then the clone's like, "Who the frick are you?" and starts screaming. He's like, "Get away from me!"
yeah, that would be
And then just credits.
yeah, I think that would be a sick movie, dude. I just came up with an epic. I'm gonna start writing the screenplay right now.
Yeah, I can see that getting nominated for like Emmy.
Oscar.
Is that it, or is that the music? Okay, Oscar. Oscar
Dude,
Isaacs.
thank you, man.
That's right.
That's like the nicest thing you ever said to me.
Yeah, just be sure when you go to plug the podcast in.
Oh, for sure, dude. Couldn't have done this without Rabbit Trails, guys. Go check out episode 10. It's where I actually
You
came up
should
with
have
the
got,
idea. So you can like see the precipice of it. And yeah, it's great.
dude. Why do people hate going to the Academy Awards?
Because it's all freaking it's traditionally rigged as crap.
That's stupid. Why?
Because freaking people are stupid. It's like
That always
it's
gets me.
becoming less like of a freaking white people show. But it's still pretty like yeah, they're trying their best, you know. I don't know if they're trying their
Sure.
best, but it's like you can't really it's like I don't even know if necessarily the Oscars are rigged, but the movies that are shown and like publicized, it's rigged because they can afford it and other like indie directors and stuff like that. Like we just had the first last year, the first woman to win best like picture. It was Chloe Zhao,
Nice.
who then made Eternals and fricked it up. Um,
Oh, did you see that? Because I hadn't even watched it. Was it
I
bad?
did. Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, we
Um,
did? Oh, shoot. I forgot.
yeah, it's on Disney Plus now. It wasn't horrible. Like it wasn't as bad as the ratings said. It was just very not like traditional MCU, which I didn't think was necessarily a bad thing, but it just was not. It's just hard. It's a lot of new
Yeah.
characters. It's like a Justice League thing. They just couldn't get all the depth for the characters, and it just didn't make a whole ton of sense. And I didn't care about the characters at all because I don't know any of them. So
Right. Dude, season 3 of The Boys coming soon.
yeah, I saw some clip online.
I'm pretty hyped about it, honestly. Dude, that freaking ending of the second season was wild when he straight up, spoiler alert or whatever, but when he straight up murked his woman
Yeah,
or that kid, was it the kid who murked his mom?
dude. Yeah, frick, dude. Oh my gosh.
Forgot about that, didn't he? That was insane.
I did forget about
Oh no,
that.
no, he fricked up his mom, and then the butcher was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
But then the dude still took
Homelander.
his kid. Yeah, or
Yeah.
no, the butcher still decided to raise
Oh
the
yeah,
kid. I was
yeah.
like, dang, because we thought he was gonna kill him. We were like, frick, no, dude, don't
Yeah, I
do
was like,
that.
dude, don't do that. Your wife, dude. She just died, dude.
I really enjoyed that season. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I did like it.
Yeah, they're
Just
it's an interesting
free my
show,
boy, free my boy, Noir.
dude. Free my boy Black Noir,
Dude, give him more screen time.
dude. Give my boy Black Noir the most screen time you possibly can. Give my boy Black Noir a spinoff,
Get everyone out of the show and it just be him doing stuff.
dude. He's a wise guy because he just doesn't say anything.
He seems to have like a real child's. If you guys haven't seen The Boys,
Viewer
you should
discretion is
watch it. It's actually,
advised.
oh yeah, it's super
It's
dark, but
super gnarly.
it's a nice premise of what life would be like if superheroes were today.
Yeah,
Because I feel like
real
that's
world.
exactly how it would be.
Yeah, like it's the Avengers but realistic.
Yeah,
It's pretty
dude.
it's like it's so messed up.
And then he played my butt like jazz.
Yeah. I've said that a few times in my day.
Dude, that's the best line
It's
out
such
of
a good
any
line,
TV
dude. It's
show I've ever
so
seen.
funny. It's so out of nowhere.
But
yeah, I think that does it, man.
Guys, thank you for listening and whatever else you do on here. We're on everything, so go follow that and keep doing whatever you do on here. YouTube, we're on Twitter. Gage is on Twitter. He handles all of it.
I
I do
try,
nothing.
but we don't have a ton of followers, so I don't post a lot of stuff on there. But if I got more, maybe I'd do something with it.
Maybe if you guys would follow it, we would do more stuff.
Yeah.
So next week we'll be back doing something else.
Sure.
Probably the same thing we're doing here. So anyway, guys, thank you.
Deuces.
Dude. So that's just weird, you know? I mean, everybody's got their own thing, you know, but what I'm saying is you did that. You did that in a public setting and like or a public format. I don't know if they did it in public or not. I'd hope not, you know? But to do that is bonkers, dude. And then the fact that you get her a ring that causes her physical pain. What if she has to like do something with her hands that doesn't require jewelry? Like, I don't know. What if they're at the airport and they're like, "Ma'am, you got to take your jewelry off," and she's like, "Ah!" And like her.
It's frozen again. Why do we even try? We got 5 more minutes. That's it. Fricking frick this.